we are finally at the last stage of the writing process when you are writing a fictional narrative story. Editing. And editing might be the most important part of writing a story. It's the very last thing that you'll do. And editing is different from revising in that it's more about the grammatical details. Editing is about the punctuation. It's about your subject and your verb agreements. It's about capitalization. It's about those quotation marks. Okay? So here are some things that you need to think about when you're editing your paper. First clue. Read your paper out loud to yourself, one sentence at a time. Okay? And then ask yourself, have I avoided run-on sentences? Could I have taken out a word and put in a period here? Did I use and 6 times in this sentence? If you did, it's probably a run-on sentence and you need to add a period in there somewhere. Have I used every word correctly? If you're not sure, look it up or ask somebody. Make sure that you've used your words correctly. Do verbs agree with their subjects? If I have a plural subject, I need a plural verb. And if it's a singular subject, you need a singular verb. So make sure that your verb-subject agreement is correct. Are all words spelled correctly? Very important. And then finally, are all punctuation marks used correctly? These are things that when a reader notices either poor grammar, poor spelling, poor subject-verb agreement, it detracts from your writing. It's something that makes the reader distracted and unable to really focus on what your story would be. So when you're editing that very, very last part of the writing process, make sure you ask yourself these questions.
When we're looking at epic moments in world history, and we're looking at the beginnings of civilization and how civilization has advanced all the way to what we really have to do is start with ancient times. And so the first one we're looking at civilization is the Indus Valley. And Indus Valley, you can see it in the first slide. The Indus Valley is in what is today modern day India. So that's where you Indus Valley. So present day India is sort of different monsoon seasons, things like that going on part of the world. That's what we're talking about. So what we have in Indus Valley, in this region of the world as far as civilization goes, is the first place of people. We're talking about civilization. What we look at is, first of all, they had a monsoon climate. And the monsoon climate was really from June through October. And what happens is you have a lot of flooding that occurs. Now, it eventually will recede. Now, if you're thinking flooding is bad, in this case, it's not, because when the floodwaters recede,
Hello, algebra students. Today we are going to look at different types of numbers. 2, 3, -5, 3 halves. We have all these different numbers in our life, hitting us in all these different situations. So it's important for us to learn how to classify them so that we can use upper level vocabulary and make ourselves appear extremely intelligent, which you are. So let's talk about this number 3.
today we're going to dissect this cool little frog here, and we're going to learn a little bit about the different parts of a frog and how they're similar to you as a human. But let's take a look at those safety rules. First of all, you have eye and face safety. Again, you're going to be touching the frog. You don't want to touch your face. You want to keep them away